Chris, it was great that you could join us for dinner. Thanks, Mr. Marsdens. Oh, honey, that meal was delicious as always. Thank you, honey. I'm stuffed.
You're so welcome, honey.
Dad stood up and carried his plate.
I'll let you catch up with Sophie and Joanne.
Just leave your plate there, honey. I'll pick it up later.
Dad puts the plate back down.
Oh, thanks, honey.
Sure, honey.
Chris stood up to shake hands with Dad. Dad hugs him and taps him on his shoulder.
Like I said, young man, you're always welcome to see us anytime. You're family. Thanks, Mr. Marsdens.
Dad nods his head and smiles at Chris before going off to his bedroom.
Well, Joanne, that was such a delicious steak dinner, and that Black Forest cake you made was phenomenal. I don't think I've ever had a Black Forest cake before this. Did you like that cake, Sophie?
Oh yes, I did. Mom makes the best cake, but my favorite cake is still her moist chocolate cake with white buttercream icing with maple and caramel.
Ooh, that sounds so delicious too, Sophie. I must try that someday. I bet if I live here, I'd gain 100 pounds in a week. Huh, you can open a restaurant, Joanne. You'll have a long line of customers waiting to get in. I'm serious.
Haha. Oh, thank you, Chris. I don't think I have the time to run a restaurant.
Thanks so much for the wonderful dinner.
It's always a pleasure to have you, Chris. I hope you know you're welcome here anytime. Please come over and visit us more often.
Oh, thanks, Joanne. I will. I promise to visit you all more often. By the way, what are your plans for tonight, Sophie? Can we hang out for a while and catch up?
Why don't you kids hang out in the family room? I'll put things away and clean up here.
Are you sure, Mom? You already made dinner?
Yeah, of course.
No, we'll help you in the kitchen, Joanne. I can wash the dishes and Sophie can dry them. I help my mom all the time.
That's okay, Chris. I've already cleaned up earlier. I just need to put these plates in the dishwasher. You kids should catch up and hang out.
Come on, Chris, let's hang out in the family room.
I want to hang out with you guys too, Sophie.
Sure, Skylar.
Why don't we all hang out together since it's the weekend? We can play a board game or something. What do you guys want to play?
Let's play Monopoly.
No, that's such a long game, Skylar. We'd all end up playing that till morning.
How about Pictionary then? It's more fun.
Yeah, why don't we? That sounds super fun. Let me get the whiteboard out and put it right here so everyone can see it. Let's just make this simple. We all take turns to draw, and the person that guesses the most correct answer wins. Okay? Sophie went to sit down near Chris. Since Chris is our guest, he gets to go first.
Oh no, I'm not so good at drawing. Haha, alright, I'm gonna do my best.
Chris took a card from the pile of cards, looked at it and smiled.
Oh, that's easy. Let's see if you guys can guess this.
As Chris draws a couple of circles, everyone starts chiming in.
I know. That's poop.
Yeah, it's a few turds, haha. No, it's not. Guess again.
Pebbles, rocks, buns.
Chris draws a chicken.
I know. Chicken poop.
No.
I know. Is it chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Awesome, Sam!
Yes, haha.
I was going to guess that before Sam blurted it out. I love chicken nuggets.
Skylar, you're next.
Skylar got up and drew a big circle. Full moon?
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Skylar continues to draw eyes on it with a few strands of hair on the top of the head. It must be some sort of cartoon character. Charlie Brown?
Nope.
Then Skylar drew goggle eyes.
I know what it is. It's a minion.
Yeah, you got it, Chris.
The evening went by really fast. Chris had a lot of fun with the Marsdens family. Midnight came pretty fast.
Skylar, it's time to go to bed.
But Mom, it's the weekend. I don't have school tomorrow. Can I stay up another hour?
No, Skylar, you need to go to bed. Chop chop. You need to brush your teeth, wash your face, and wash that grubby feet of yours, then hop into bed, young lady.
Oh, but I'm having so much fun with everyone. Chris, will you come back tomorrow?
Well, I can come see you tomorrow if you want, Skylar. That really depends on Sophie.
How about we decorate the house tomorrow with Chris? Fall is here. We need to get our Halloween decorations up.
Yay, I want to do that.
We might have to go to Target to get some stuff to decorate.
Can I come, Sophie?
If you go to bed now, I would most likely let you come with us. But if you wake up late tomorrow, I'll just go without you.
I'll go to bed now, Sophie. Good night, everyone. I'm off to bed.
Skylar hugs Joanne, Sam, Braden, Sophie, and Chris.
Good night, Chris.
Sophie, I better head home. It's getting late and everyone seems tired. Good night, Joanne.
Chris gives Joanne a hug.
Good night, Sam and Braden.
Good night, Chris.
Good night, Chris. Haha.
I'll walk you to the front door. Chris smiles.
Okay, Sophie.
At the door, Chris gives Sophie a big hug.
Is it okay if I kiss you on your forehead?
Sure, Chris.
Sophie. You know, when I moved to Texas, I wanted to tell you, but at that time, my mom and I were going through a really tough time. My grandparents had to come to Thousand Oaks to help us. She was very depressed and she couldn't sleep. She was crying all the time. I think she became a little crazy. Yeah, I didn't know how to get to you all and tell you. I thought of you so many times. You are my best friend, Sophie, since we were little, and you always made me smile, Sophie. I missed you.
Chris hugged Sophie. Sophie felt her heart beating fast as Chris held her close to him. She can feel the warmth of his body against hers and his heart beating next to hers. It's such a wonderful, comforting feeling she hasn't felt before. As their eyes met, she could sense the attraction between them. It's as if she could read his every thought and dive into his soul. She was nervous but tried not to show it. I understand. I missed you too, Chris. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Well, we're all here for you.
All this while, I never thought our path would cross again.
Yeah, me too. And I'm so glad it did. It's been a long time, Chris.
Did you have fun tonight?
I did. And you?
Yeah, I did. Thank you so much. Sophie, can I ask you something? Do you, you don't have a boyfriend, do you?
No, I don't.
I hope not. Phew. Hopefully we can spend more time together and I can get to know you all over again. I'm so glad. But I don't have your number. I hope you don't mind if I call you.
No, of course not. Here, put your number in and I'll call you from my phone. That way you can save my number. Sophie gave Chris her phone to add his number. I'll text you when I'm about to go to bed. You coming tomorrow, right?
Yes, of course. I told Skylar I'll be here tomorrow.
What time?
How about 10 a.m.? We can go in my car to Target if you want, then after that we can head back to your house to decorate for Halloween.
Sure, 10 a.m. sounds great. All right, good night, Chris. Thanks for coming today. Chris hugs Sophie and gives her a kiss on her forehead. He stares at her and smiles.
Good night, Sophie.
Sophie waves at him and closes the door as he drives off. Sophie goes into her bedroom and sits on her bed. She thought about Chris and remembered she needed to text him before going to bed. She changed into her robe, got her phone, and sat on her vanity chair. Let me see. What should I say to Chris? Chris, here's my number. I'm going to bed soon. Thanks again for coming tonight. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, Sophie. Chris smiled when he saw her text message. He calls her.
Sophie.
Chris?
Yeah, I just wanted to call you to hear your voice and say good night. Hope you have a good sleep. Sweet dreams, Sophie. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Kisses.
Sweet dreams, Chris. Good night, Chris. Kisses. Okay, Sophie. You're just feeling this way because you never had anyone pay as much attention to you like Chris. And the fact that he's so handsome makes it even harder not to have a crush on him. Sophie smiled and soon she fell asleep on her bed.
So beautiful, you bring me back to life.
Next morning, Skylar was up early all ready to go. Coco was right next to her, scratching the trash can and howling, trying to get Skylar to play with him.
No, Coco. I can't play with you right now. You'll wake everyone up and I'll get in trouble.
Sam got up. She noticed Skylar seating on her pink sofa with Coco.
Oh, Skylar, why did you let Coco in here?
Well, he was scratching the door, so I had to let him in.
Oh, I'm so tired. I felt like I haven't slept at all. I'm going back to bed.
I'm going to Target with Sophie and Chris today, Sam. I'm so excited.
Well, have fun, Skylar. I've just been so tired all week from school, and all I want to do right now is sleep.
Sophie slowly opens the door to see if Skylar is awake. Skylar saw her and quietly went out of the room, trying not to wake Sam up. Looks like Mom and Dad are still sleeping, so be quiet, okay, Skylar? Skylar looks at Sophie and nodded her head. Sophie's phone beeped. It was a message from Chris. Skylar looked at Sophie's phone and reads his message out.
Sophie, are you up? Just wanted to let you know I'll be coming to pick you girls up at 10 a.m.
Sophie responded with a thumbs up and a smiley face emoji. Sophie and Skylar sat on the couch to write the things they need to decorate the house. Here's what we need to get Skylar. Please, when you get to Target, don't disappear like you did in the grocery store. You will find lots of things you will like, but please, let's just stick to this list, okay? I don't want to blow Dad's credit card up.
Okay, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Chris. Good morning. Come on in, Chris.
Thanks, Sophie. Hi, Skylar. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Is your mom and dad up?
No, they're still asleep. So is Sam and Braden.
Well, we better get going then. I don't want to wake them up. How are you both this morning? Ready to go to Target, Skylar?
Yeah, I'm ready, Chris. Chris, your car is so cool. What kind of car is it?
Is this a Hellcat, Chris?
Yes, it is.
That sounds cool. I'm kinda Hellcat kinda girl.
Sure you are, Skylar. What do you want to get at Target, Sophie?
Maybe some fall decorations and lightings. It depends what we can find in Target. We've already ordered some Halloween decorations online that's going to be delivered sometime today.
Let's get some tombstones to put in the yard, Sophie.
I think we already have them, Skylar. It's somewhere in the storage in the attic. We just gotta find it. Skylar's eyes light up.
We do! Yay!
Chris and the girls arrived at Target. Skylar, wait for me and hold my hand. It's the parking lot. There's cars going in and out. You don't want to get run over.
Okay, Sophie.
Sophie held Skylar's hand and walked alongside Chris. As they entered the store, Skylar's face lit up.
I love Target.
Skylar let her eyes wander. She tried to find her favorite aisle. She loved all of them. The toy section, the clothing section, the candy aisle towards the back of the store, and the holiday aisle. A customer spotted Skylar roaming around the clothing aisle as Sophie and Chris waited for her nearby. She went over to Sophie to tell her about Skylar.
I spoke to your little girl wandering in the clothing store. She's so smart and cute. She looks very much like you. What a beautiful family.
Ah, thank you. But we're not her mom and dad. I'm her sister.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you both were her parents.
Chris laughed.
Oh, no. We're not that old enough to be her parents, ma'am. I mean, we're not married.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You both look so good together, just like a young happy couple.
Sophie gave her a half smile. She was a little insulted that the woman thought she and Chris were old enough to be Skylar's parents. Sophie and Chris went to the holiday aisle to make sure they keep a close eye at Skylar. Sophie found some lightings and a few decorations for Halloween at the holiday aisle. A little girl was standing near a tall Halloween figure and was trying to stop Skylar from getting close.
Hey, I was here first and go away! Go away!
She pushed Skylar and Skylar started pushing her back and Sophie had to pull Skylar away from there. Skylar, how many times have I told you? We're not picking fights at the store. What if you broke all of those glasses and holiday decor? Who do you think would have to pay for it, huh? Me.
Well, she started it first.